There are moments when the wind brushes past my cheek, and I feel as though your fingers have returned to trace the edges of my being, whispering memories across my skin that time cannot unwrite. I stand by the balcony of my solitude, the stars reflecting in my eyes like fragments of you that refused to fade. Every sigh the night releases carries your name, soft as velvet yet piercing as truth. You are not beside me, yet I feel you everywhere, in the rhythm of my pulse, in the echo of my quiet breath. I close my eyes, and your warmth reappears, tender, unspoken, infinite. The scent of rain reminds me of our laughter, the way your presence melted the distance between heaven and my heart. Even when the dawn arrives with its pale courage, the shadow of your touch remains upon me, a secret light the world cannot steal. I remember the way your voice folded into my soul like silk, shaping my silence into meaning. You once told me that love is the art of listening between words, and I have spent endless nights deciphering the unspoken notes of your goodbye. I hear you in the gentle murmur of water against stone, in the hush before morning birds begin their song. My heart carries your echoes as though they were sacred hymns, too delicate for the world to understand. I still trace your absence in the air, finding warmth in the emptiness you left behind. The walls remember your laughter, the moon recalls how you once smiled into my dreams. Even when I walk through corridors filled with golden light, I seek the shadow where your essence lingers. You became a story within my veins, unreadable to others, but entirely mine to feel, again and again, in the stillness of night. Sometimes I wonder if love is meant to hurt this beautifully, to bloom only after it has learned how to ache. The warmth you left on my skin became my only shelter, an invisible flame that never dims, no matter how far time drifts. I wake in the middle of the night, reaching for the memory of your hand, the way it held my fragility, as though it were something precious. I speak your name into the dark, and it comes back to me, softer, lonelier, yet full of life. I remember your gaze, how it broke me open and built me anew in the same heartbeat. My reflection is no longer my own. It carries pieces of you, stitched tenderly between every breath. I wear your absence like perfume, unseen but ever present, haunting and holy. Even in the quietest hours, your warmth does not fade. It hums within me like a lullaby that refuses to end. I walk through gardens drenched in memory, where every petal seems to sigh your name. The world has changed, yet it keeps offering me versions of you. Flickers in sunlight, hints in laughter, whispers in dreams. I can almost see you standing beneath the cypress trees, your smile turning shadows into gold. How strange it is to love what can no longer be touched, to find peace in longing. I do not resist the ache anymore. It has become a part of my being, like breath or prayer. I let it guide me tenderly through days that would otherwise crumble. I imagine your warmth lingering on my shoulder, your kindness woven through the rhythm of my heart. The distance between us is not measured in miles, but in silences filled with meaning. Every sunset carries your promise, every dawn your memory. You are gone, yet you remain, the most faithful ghost my soul has ever known. There are mornings when the sunlight rests upon my skin, and I swear it's your hand, tender and reassuring, reminding me that love doesn't vanish, it transforms. The warmth you left is more than memory. It's a vow whispered into my veins, a quiet insistence that I must keep feeling. I close my eyes and return to the time when your laughter painted the air in color, when your breath mingled with mine, turning every sigh into poetry. Even now, I still speak to you in silence, offering my thoughts to the wind, as though it might carry them to wherever you are. My love for you is patient. It doesn't demand, it only remembers. You taught me that beauty is fragile, yet worth holding, that even loss can shine if it was once love. Your absence has become its own presence, a quiet companion in the corridors of my heart. I walk through days with your memory like a soft melody, humming beneath every breath I take. I find you in the spaces between words, in the rhythm of rain, in the faint glow of the stars that mirror your gaze. I no longer ask why love lingers. I only marvel at how it does. The warmth you left behind travels with me, invisible yet unyielding, a trace of something eternal. I have learned to live with this sweetness of sorrow, to let it wrap around me like silk. When I look at the sea, I think of you, vast, unreachable, yet always returning in waves. There is no end to what you left within me, no line where your love dissolves. Even the air feels different when I remember you. It hums softly, as though whispering your name. I wish I could tell you how the seasons still turn in your absence, how the world continues to bloom with pieces of you. Spring remembers your laughter, autumn your quiet grace, and winter, oh, winter holds the echo of your warmth most dearly. Sometimes I think you are hidden in the wind, moving through the branches like a secret only I can hear. I have become fluent in your silence, reading the shape of your memory through time. Love, once wild and radiant, now breathes within me like a prayer, calm yet endless. I still trace your warmth across my skin when the night feels too long. It's strange how something unseen can comfort so deeply. You taught me that love is not always about touch. Sometimes it is about the promise that touch once held. You live not in distance, but in every heartbeat that still calls your name. There are nights when I dream you back into existence, when the stars lean close enough to resemble your eyes. In those fragile hours you feel so near that I almost forget the truth. I can feel the warmth of your breath, the pulse of your laughter blending with mine. The universe folding us together in the language only love can speak. I wake with tears and gratitude, because even in dreams you return as softly as you left. The world feels gentler after such moments, as though touched by your invisible hand. I have learned not to chase the past, but to cradle it gently, like something sacred. The warmth you left on my skin remains, not as pain, but as proof that what we shared was real and its light still burns quietly through my days. You became the unseen horizon my soul will always walk toward. Love has turned me into a collector of echoes. Every sound, every light, every breath seems to carry a trace of you. I walk beneath the moon and remember your laughter, how it used to spill like sunlight through my fears. You were never just a presence. You were the atmosphere itself, the invisible rhythm of my life. When you left, I thought the world would grow cold, but instead it learned to hold warmth differently. I feel it in the spaces between seconds, in the pauses where your memory breathes. You exist in the flicker of candlelight, in the hush before dawn, in the weightless touch of air. I have stopped longing for your return, because somehow you never left. Your warmth has become part of my being, a soft, endless reminder that love, when true, cannot vanish. It transforms into something the heart carries forever.